How's it going, super friends? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk some things DC. DC talking points. Cue the intro music. That's terrible intro music. So for starters, we've seen that Mafex actually has more up their sleeve as far as DC Comics action figures goes, because there's a black and gray variant for the Hush Batman figure, which is great news for myself and a lot of other people because we're always happy to get a blue and a black version of the same figure. Case in point, I've customed black and blue versions of the exact same figure multiple times over the years. Some people prefer the black, some people prefer the blue. I'm just happy that we're going to be getting both. Secondarily, and equally as exciting, we see that they've actually got a Joker figure to go with their Dark Knight Returns Batman, which is awesome. Now, Mafex clearly has the license to do Hush and the Dark Knight Returns figures specifically in their scale. That doesn't mean that, for example, we won't see those characters done in any way, shape, or form from McFarlane Toys, but they're 7-inch, so they could probably get away with both having them. Although, honestly, with the quality that we're seeing here from Mafex, I'm not really that interested in what Todd could bring to the table for these. I'd rather just see Todd continue to do comic book versions of the characters in that scale and leave these particular licenses specifically to Mafex. As for CW versus TV shows, it was revealed a little while back that there would be not one, but 2 children involved in the Superman Lois Lane television show. And that's kind of interesting. I feel like that makes sense. Jordan Elsass and Alexander Garfin, the 2 young lads playing Superman and Lois Lane's kids, have very different personality traits. It saith here, Elsass, Jonathan, is clean-cut, modest, and kind-hearted with an aw shucks attitude that somehow doesn't seem dated. Garfin's Jordan is wildly intelligent, but his mercurial temperament and social anxiety limits his interactions with people, and consequently Jordan prefers to spend most of his free time alone playing video games. I think on the CW's part, this is a really smart decision because it'll take the Superman and Lois Lane show from being an average CW show, which really does cater to a certain fandom, a certain demographic that would watch it, and then turns it into something that would actually be more family-oriented. Yeah, you'd have Superman fans, CW-verse fans watching the show, but you'd be able to speak to a younger audience with this as well, in much the same way that Robin the Boy Wonder and the original Superboy and Supergirl came to exist in the first place. It was to speak to relate to a younger audience. Now we have the Superman Lois Lane show having 2 different age groups, adults and youth. And so there will be dialogue between the adults, dialogues between the adults and the youth, and then there will be dialogue just between the youth. And there will be a lot of different situations. And Jonathan Kent's behavior, his attitude, his personality seem to be very much in line with current comic book continuity, while this new child has a personality that will be completely new, and it'll be really interesting to see how they bounce off of each other, and I really hope that this show does well. I actually think that it will probably do fairly well, just as long as they tell simple, heartfelt stories with an aspect of complexity. And honestly, I would really like to see them focus at least 50% on the youth, not just on Superman and not just on Lois at the Daily Planet, but I'd like to see these kids going to high school together and interacting, and their social interactions with other kids their age, and how they deal with who they are and who their parents are in relation to the world around them that the CW will create, and with their peers. And for the final topic of the day, we see that Mezco One 12th Collective has revealed yet again another DC Comics related character, this time with a sneak peek of none other than the man who leaves nothing to chance, TwoFace. Mostly he's going to be revealed at New York Toy Fair, but it's nice to know that this is a character that will be coming and that we can add to our DC action figure Mezco One 12th Collective collection. Because who doesn't want TwoFace? I mean, for me, it would either be TwoFace, the Riddler, or the Penguin for the next Bat-related villain, and TwoFace is a perfectly fine choice. I don't know anything else about it because I just saw it today, and honestly, there is no more information at the time of me making this video for me to give you, but just know that TwoFace is coming. Anyway, super friends, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Hopefully you found this video to be some kind of a useful, interesting, entertaining, maybe even insightful waste of time. I really appreciate you coming by here today. And if you like the video, please leave a like on any comments that you have. You know where they go. And if it's your first time here, then I invite you today, on behalf of the rest of the super friends, to join the DC squad by hitting the subscribe button. And I will see you next time with the next one. Have a fantastic DC day, everybody, and take care.